Welcome back, Mark Micken and Greg Williams tossing the coin. Bill McDonald with them out in the middle.
Thanks very much, Drew. Well, still a fairly stiff breeze out here for the toss of the coin, and it's been won again by the Brisbane Bears, and they'll kick to the southern end, which is probably favoured a little bit by this breeze. So the Brisbane Bears winning the toss.
Greg Williams, the stand-in captain today for the Sydney Swans in the absence of Dennis Carroll. So all the changes you noted there for the Sydney Swans have happened, Malcolm?
Yes, it would appear that Dennis Carroll certainly not playing and Leon Higgins, and coming in to replace those are Graham Cordy and Ian Roberts. There's also a surprise change for the Bears by the look of it, Drew. Brenton Phillips is on the ground, and I can't find number 10, John Fidge, out there.
Well, with a number of changes, and especially in the Swans lineup, who would you go for today?
Well, I still think that they've still got enough motivators. Greg Williams is going to be a key, as is Barry Mitchell for the Swans. On the other hand, it's going to be interesting the return of the Warwick Kappa, the man on screen now. And I guess looking at his form in the latter half of the year, it hasn't been good. He obviously played well in the QAFL last week. So the tussle between him and Rod Carter is going to be an interesting one.
Interesting that the Swans named Kappa in the forward pocket rather than full forward. Won't make any difference. Carter would go with him, wouldn't he?
Well, it would have, but it won't make any difference now if John Fidge is out anyhow, who was named at full forward. So, yes, it's a couple of surprising late changes. Swans certainly undermanned, but, you know, I think there's still enough good players there, perhaps, for the Swans to just get the points in a tight game.
And Ian, what do you reckon?
Well, as I said before, I've seen the Bears play twice within the last couple of weeks, and their form last week was excellent against Carlton, and they beat Richmond, which wasn't a bad performance at the MCG. So the only doubt I have is with the changes to the Swans lineup, the Bears just may be a little overconfident. They've attacked it very well in the last 2 weeks, though.
Going onto the bench for the Swans, Graham Cordy and Ian Roberts. And starting interchange for the Bears, Brenton Phillips, a late inclusion, and Matthew Campbell.
Yes, both those two, Drew, former teammates at North Adelaide in South Australia.
Umpires in charge today, Ian Clayton and John Russo. And Ian Clayton, the president of the VFL Umpires Association, about to start the game. The final home game at Carrara for the season. Mark Micken wins the tap, comes to Mark Williams. And the Bears first out of the centre, and Brad Hardy marks up towards half forward. Breeze across the ground, right to left. In the direction of Kappa. Big pack gathers down there. Lester Smith. Away he goes with the hand pass to Waterson. His kick for goal is offline. The breeze will help a lot of kicks go to the far side. First score to the Bears.
Yes, it's interesting watching the wind. Really, the indications last week were that the wind was blowing us across the ground, but certainly the end at which the Bears are kicking in this first quarter is favoured. A beautiful kick by Carter. There's no doubt that that's gone 65 to 70 metres up into near the centre of the ground. The umpires picked a free kick out of it, and it's going back to the Swans centre man, Greg Williams. A lot resting on his shoulders. He kicks the ball into the centre proper. Nearly a mark taken by Micken. He struggles hard for